Hello, welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, the D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. I am your Dungeon Master, Darby, and joining me as always are Laura, playing Bertie, Mitch, playing Caius, Eddie, playing Anya, Jake, playing Newman, and Zoe, playing Ross. Let's jump into it. Where we last left off, the party, after being reunited with Caius, decided to have a relaxing time in a pillow-fortified, magnificent mansion, courtesy of Bertie. However, the relaxing nature of it was brought somewhat into question when Newman included some violent exercises into the blueprints. However, after dealing with those, the party were able to have conversations and have a picnic together. Meanwhile, at a point during the day, Anya got in contact with Rook and had a nice little conversation over the messenger earrings. So we pick up with the party as they've had their nice picnic earlier in the evening, and is there anything folks want to do as you get later into the evening, verging on going to bed?
Just very quickly for reference, through the whole picnic, shot ever bits of food into his mouth, just anything that was on offer, including if there was anything, put out for decorations, he'd probably have a little bite of that just to see.
Cody's brow is furrowed the whole time. Fun times.
Anything else that folks are wanting to do before bed?
At some point, Ross is going to, I assume, we're gonna, wrap up the picnic and everything, and she's gonna look at where, Bertie and Caius are, basically one unit of person, and she's gonna kind of give them a little, a subtle little, wink and a thumbs up, and just kind of lean to Sam and just be like, Sam?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Can you get Newman to help you put the food away?
Of course. Newman?
Muted Jake.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
So Sam, and I presume
Okay, and then she...
Is that working or okay?
Yeah.
Yep. And then Ross is gonna go, Anya, can I have a word?
Of course, Ravari. Anya sort of, from where she'd been seated, crisscross applesauce, she sort of pulls herself up and brushes herself off and follows Ross.
She gives Bertie and Caius and like thumbs up, and just kind of have a great night, and then like just toddles.
Okay, they keep doing that. Interesting. Brady is not going to bother doing an insight check on all of them. But he will, however, do an insight check on Caius, please. I will roll and I have advantage because Caius insight check.
Because Caius is a noble.
17.
Yeah, but...
Bertie's technically a noble now.
Yeah.
Roll for yourself. 17 is the higher.
So Caius at the moment is well, I mean, he's very happy. He seems to be very happy to be here. Looks like he might have mild stomach cramps.
Yeah, it's
but
imminent.
that's sort of difficult to tell at the moment. Maybe in a couple of hours or so.
No trampoline for you.
Yeah, maybe not. It looks... He doesn't look like he feels out of place, but he looks almost like he's watching everyone.
Yeah. But he kind of just notes this and just thinks a couple of things. And then just looks a little bit more around the suddenly emptied space. And he kind of like laces his fingers together for a moment. He's still just sitting at Kaiser's side. And then he just goes, "Hey, you enjoying the food?"
Yes, it's very nice.
That's good.
These biscuits are odd, but I don't mind them. But do all right. Some of them are quite soft and have a lot of texture, but one of them didn't quite work a bit. Pulls out what can only be described as a pebble.
I thought so. But just kind of like his brow furrows even more, but for a dude, like, yeah. I think they call them rock cakes. Yeah, true.
Yes, no, absolutely. I'm hoping all the melted butter in my pocket will sort of soften it up a little bit. Yes, a little bit butter. I did use a little bit, but
No.
but there's still.
Yeah, I saw
some
that.
there.
It was good job again for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good. Did you enjoy like the pillow fort stuff with he looks around, Newman's nowhere inside. With Newman that he did and everything like that? It was a fun little fight. You're okay for that?
Well, yes, it seemed like everyone was having fun. I don't know, I was very focused on the pillows that were flying at my head. But I mean, I had fun, and it sounded like there were screams of delight coming from behind me, so...
Something like that, yeah. I think everyone's real happy that you're back in their own way. It's just, everyone shows in different ways, and you know that.
Yes. Well, I'm happy to be back as well.
Yeah. But he kind of like looks like he just like still pauses himself for a moment and then just like his ears flicker a little bit. He's like, "Caius, it's not bad, but still you're..." And his kind of gaze slides down like across like all of Caius's form, the fact that Caius is still pretty filthy, I believe. I think you mentioned last when we rescued him, he hasn't changed since then. He's still quite filthy with like tangled hair and untreated wounds and still covered in bloody stains, I believe.
Yes, he's got a couple of untreated wounds and a little bit of dirt and a bit of grime in certain areas, and yeah, he's not looking great.
Yeah,
his hair is kind of like a matted mess as well.
Yeah, and Betty looks at the fact that Caius was battery to rock, which is not a normal Caius thing all the time. He's been shoveling down, and he kind of just like he just sort of like something temporarily kind of crumples in on himself for a bit, and he's like, "You're still hurt."
Oh, well, I mean a bit. It's nothing to be very worried about. I'll heal in time. They're just little cuts and bruises.
I know, but I'm sure I can sort something out. Get you some cleaning clothes and everything. Can I steal you away for a little bit? Get you cleaned up somewhere quieter, if that's all right.
Of course, yes.
I don't want to take you away from them, but they've kind of dispersed for some reason. Who knows why?
Well, yes, everyone seems to have gone. So I guess you're not really taking me away from any of them.
No, yeah, it'll be okay. Just for a bit, we'll get you clean up. Some amenities, and I don't want to know what Newman would have built out of a pillow shower, so yeah, we'll get you cleaned up, hey? That's okay.
Okay.
And I got and like kind of like little like embers kind of like spark from like the little has and everything. It's just like clenches this one fist in his side for a bit. He's like, did they feed you much?
Well, sort of. There was something there that sort of I could eat but not really taste.
Yeah.
It was just well, something to just keep me alive, I guess.
Bertie again kind of looks like he wants to say something. It's just kind of like the emotion is too strong currently. But he kind of like, because he was just sitting there like crisscross applesauce next to Caius as well, much like Anya. He stands up and then like holds out his hand for Caius. Is like, come with?
Of course.
Cool. And but he's gonna go and like take him to like some bathroom or whatever, I don't know. Get him cleaned up. We can cut to someone else now if you wish, or I can continue. It is up to you, DM.
Do folks have anything that they're wanting to cover in the meantime?
Ooh. I see Eddie unmuting.
Yeah, well, Anya and Ross.
Yeah. So Ross would have taken Anya like around the little pillow town and is doing that thing that she often does with Anya, where without Anya kind of requesting it, she's just placed a hand on Anya's elbow to just help guide her around new spaces and like help her avoid like any issues or obstacles, especially when it's loft. And she's leading around and like, you know, describing certain things to Anya that maybe to display. As they come, she is just kind of, she's gonna go. So 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
One, I'm really sorry if you didn't want to talk to me. I don't know. Bertie just seemed really, well, he didn't seem to feel great about Caius getting hit with pillows, so I figured they maybe want to spend some time together, you know, especially since Caius was getting a lot of blood and dirt on the pillows, and if I think about that for too long, I think I might go summer. But, 2, I did just want to check up on you. How are you?
Anya, She has this like very fond sort of smile that passes over her face. I don't even think it's necessarily one that Ross would have actively seen, but it is one that she's had for Ross for like maybe the past 6 months. It's something that's developed with the more time that she spent with Ross. And she kind of gestures to like a pillow park bench that has been arranged by Newman's architecture, and kind of sits down and she's like, funny, I was going to ask you similar. But
Me?
I am curious.
Well, when aren't you curious? I'm kidding. It's I'm okay. Better now that he's back. How are you?
I'm good. I'm nervous. Caius and I haven't always seen eye to eye on all things, but she takes one of Ross's hands, just sort of turns it over in hers. It's just like playing with her palm a little bit, like just tracing like little patterns, and she's like, I am learning to trust him and to allow myself to trust him. Not that he is untrustworthy, but I'm worried about falling into old patterns. And I don't want to do that.
An admirable trait. I'm doing the same. But I think you underestimate how much he already trusts you. And how much I think you don't realize how much you trust him.
Oh, no, Ravari, me being aware of my fear, that is me trusting. That is me knowing that I can. Because I know it is something I am working on. Does it take the fear away that maybe I'm wrong, that maybe he doesn't trust me, that maybe we are in the places we were, that maybe I won't handle if I am in shadow to him? No, doesn't take that fear away, but it's something that I can hold on to, is the knowledge that I can lean in. It's why I want to ask again, and I want you to really think about it. How are you with him being back, Rafa?
Well, to answer the question you're not going to ask me, I'm proud of you for how much you've grown and how much you've changed. Because I know I've been working hard to be a better person, and I know you have too. It's good. To answer the question you did ask, relieved. it was like there was this tension hanging over everything, like on top of the ever-building pile of shit we were dealing with. It's like an elastic band, stretched real thin. Just this ever-present vibration with nowhere to go. Like, have you ever... on nothing. Magic with nowhere to land. Because somewhat, he's back. And it'll take a lot of work. I think it won't really hit any of us until everything is done. Because we spent so long with him, and then it feels like so long without him. And then he's here. Bertie's right-hand man. And Bertie's Caius's.
Anya,
I think we're just making do.
Anya looks very contemplative, especially when Ross mentions like the magic casting and also the snapback, the rubber band analogy, and she takes a slow sort of breath, and after breathing out, she's like, you saw when I would cast magic with nowhere for it to go. And when I wasn't okay, it caused glitching and it went onto me. And this tense rubber band snapping back into place, it snaps back. I guess what I'm trying to say is are you sure that the breaking of the tension Ruvari, I don't want to seem like a hypocrite, so I hope you can understand that it is from a place of self-awareness of this not always being the action that I take. But are you sure that the tension snapping back to you isn't spilling outwards? I know that you were scared, as we all were, for Caius. I know that it was an insurmountable amount of pressure, and I know that none of us know what Caius has been through. I overheard not all, but parts of your conversation with Caius.
I would be a hypocrite if I was mad at you for that.
I'm worried that that your fear for what he may have been through may push onto him more than what he needs right now.
That I'm projecting. Again.
I don't know if that's the word I would use, but I think it's reasonable to worry about what he has been through, but I think that all of us worrying in the past about each other led to when we fought last year, when I was throwing bad ideas at the wall to try and get something to stick, it wasn't because I was angry or because I was trying to be a leader, it's because I was worried that all of you wouldn't be able to handle what we were going through, that you hadn't been handling what we have been through. I'm just saying, if I can trust him, you can too.
I know. Thank you. I trust him to deal with it. To be unkind, Caius is very good at pretending things haven't happened. To be kind, he's strong. Not just, and she flexes a little bit. It's a little pathetic. But he's stronger than he thinks he is. And he is help. I worry about him the way I would worry about any of us. It is good to call me out on that. We don't have time to be worried the way I maybe have been. But
Ravari, I'm not asking of you to pretend like nothing happened. I don't think any of us should do that, but...
No.
I learned the hard way that he deserves to be treated like an adult.
I know. But she looks at the sky a little bit. At some point, she's not angrily, she's taken her hand away from Anya and is just kind of fidgeting with her own rings. Especially the ring of the Songweaver. She's just spinning that round and around on her finger. And she she looks up at the sky, and then she looks at the ground. Anya can't really see this, but anyone peering through a kitchen window would.
Anya can hear her shifting.
Yeah. And
stays quiet and lets her move.
Every decision I've made to try and protect people, especially Caius, I have made because I trust you all to know what you're doing. But I've been doing what I do long enough to know that people can't always see the forest for the trees. Sometimes people are too close to their own thing. And I know that is very hypocritical of me to say. But maybe I'm doing too much. I already know I've done things we'll regret when I'm able to be a person again. Hundreds of times over.
Anya,
especially with Caius.
Anya sort of shifts, so she's her body is like turned more towards Rivari as opposed to like turning outwards, how she was before. And she's like, you don't need to take out the stuff. You have your own.
And it's easier to deal with other people's.
I know. But it isn't as easy as it seems. Sometimes it's just messy.
Yeah. 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 Thank you again. I don't like it, but I need to be called out when I'm doing things like this. Can't baby him. He's an adult.
Earlier today.
Time bleeds.
I asked something of Bertie earlier that romantic, I guess. I told him that if I fell back to how I was, if I started treating him or any of you like I did, not to hold back. I don't want to be harsh, but I would be a fool not to. At least be straightforward with you.
No, I get it. Thank you. Means you trust me enough to take it.
I'm getting there. Doesn't mean it's not scary.
No.
Every time I open my mouth.
You're doing good, Anya. Need to have more faith in yourself.
And
Anya?
Anya sort of takes Ross's hand again and she's like, and we're so similar now. But I love you all the same. She gives it a squeeze.
I think being similar to you is nothing to be sorry for. I love you too.
And it just kind of like screws up her face, not at the I love you. When that comes, like she quickly drops the screw up face, but she's at the there's nothing to be sorry for. But she drops it immediately.
Anya, now you know I have to give you a hug. Come here. Come on, I'm giving you a hug. Come on.
It's the hug and don't like return it. to an outlook, it would look like she is uncomfortable. Ross can feel him turning the
Yeah.
just
Thing where
resistance.
it's a silly hug where she like around and like rocks the from side, but then she gives a little hug and just kind of pats her on the back a bit and pulls back and just goes, thank you again. Love.
No, you're not doing nearly as bad as you think. You're doing very well.
Are you?
Shall
To think what he's been trying to do to keep him occupied. Newman hates doing the dishes. We'll see how this is going.
yes, wet paws, I know. Icky. And she makes that
Icky.
sort of gesture with her hand. Icky.
Ross replicates it. But in like a perfect impersonation of Newman, she goes, "Ow, icky." But Ross can do a better impersonation of Newman than I can. And it's on back to the boy. The kitchen.
They do that.
Excellent. Meanwhile, so Bertie has probably ushered Caius to bathrooms. That's not a pillow bathroom. It's part of the house that he kind of cannibalized with the rest of Newman's very grand plans. And he's pretty much just ushered Caius into there, and he's just kind of like, funny, just what, like, just letting you know that like he's there, but just take some time for self, for however long that might take. Yeah. I don't know how long it would take. Over to you, Mitch.
Well, I don't know much about Caius's bathing habits. I imagine this particular instance would probably take a while.
Yeah.
There's a bit of noise. You hear a lot of random splashing. And then everything is quiet for a little bit. And I'm assuming you're just like leaning on the back of the door, or
yeah, just casually, yeah.
One of your thighs gets a little bit damp as water begins slowly trickling out from underneath the door. And that's probably after a good 50 minutes or so that Caius is going to emerge. Still a little bit damp, but mostly dry. He's got his pants on and a towel because efficiency.
Of course.
And and if you sort of take a little bit in, it's there's water everywhere. It's chaos. There's about 4 towels that are just sort of dripping, like just sort of pushed into a corner as he's tried to kind of like mop up the floor a little bit and then tried to hide the towels in a corner. And he's just
my gosh,
she's standing there. No, he's got pants and a towel. And probably like
made it.
Slippers.
Perfect. So the basically kind of like, and then looks beyond at the absolute chaos of the bath, and is like, Oh, I'm glad this isn't my real house. Which you can just kind of like see because his like ears kind of like prick up and then kind of like go down a little bit, and then he's just like, shakes his head for a bit, and looks back at Caius like, have a good bath?
Yes, it was very nice and I think very needed. I borrowed a few of your towels. I hope that this is.
That's okay.
Well, this sort of
They're not
house.
real
Normally,
towels.
when you take stuff, it just sort of doesn't
Yeah.
last. So I thought it was fine.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
It's fine.
His head as well, and he's got like a little towel wrap around his hair as well.
Oh, that's so cute. No, it's fine. Even if this was my house, I mean, and he kind of just like a little bit awkwardly, but just like playfully like pokes him on the shoulder. It's like, it's technically half your house, kind of, I guess.
You made all of this. I was just present.
You helped though. It was good.
Well, I mean, I said what some of the people could look like.
Yeah, that's the best part.
But with you, it was just weird drawing that I have.
True. I couldn't make half of this, so.
Oh,
Yeah. You did a lot of stuff. you do a lot more than you think, I think. Did you want to, Benny kind of like looks over you and like some of like the and stuff. Did you want to, can we like stop? Let me take care of that. Come on to the rooms. Come on.
okay.
It's gestures for him to like toddle over. There's really like room or something like that. You'll just like be like, sit down. I'll take a look at it. And then Bertie kind of like slings his little backpack on the bed as well, and then just like yeah, he will look over, I guess, the injuries Caius has. Now, I guess like I'm assuming like they're not affecting Caius overall hip. He's injured. It's
looking like the
from
wounds have kind of healed to a point.
yeah.
Almost like scabbing over or something or other. But it's not really being the wound reopened and then closed again.
Yeah. Looks quite. I'm going to bother rolling the insight check on that one. He just looks a little bit concerned. Kind of like, sort of like, he looks just a little bit like, anxious. And he kind of just like stick the pin back some problems. It's like plops down, and then he's going to look over those wounds and kind of do some healing. On hand. Different as before, but it's the same intention, I guess, and it is still Bertie. And yeah, so I guess like probably what it, since it's not like HP type injury stuff, but as you said, it's tried to heal a bit and some of it's not healed properly. Probably like it would sort of just hurry along the natural process a bit more, I guess. As he's kind of tracing over where all those are, and Bertie does look quite folded in on himself, even though he's being very attentive while we're doing this. Because I presume most of those are from the fight that happened. All the things happened. And yeah. So he just looks over that and kind of, just does a bit of healing. Again, feels different, but still Bertie, so it's okay. And yeah, he's just very careful and very gentle and very quiet and like focused while he's doing that. But then he does kind of, he I guess like if Caius looks like Bertie's face is getting like a lot more like he just looks a bit sad. While that's happening. But yeah. And yep.
Caius is going to be fairly quiet
Yeah.
throughout a lot of this. Almost to the point of looking sheepish in a way, as Bertie's starting to look over a lot of the wounds that Caius has.
Yeah.
And he sort of goes to say something and sort of stops himself a couple of times. And then just your medicine magic, it feels different. I mean, it feels good.
Good.
It feels new.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. After the thing happened, I guess. When I talked to Fethis, it's kind of reshaped a bit of how I use it, I think. But it's good. I haven't been able to do healing that easy for a long time, so it makes sense he'd be able to give some of that back to me again in a different way. It's a little bit how you used to use it, I guess. Easy to control anyway. I don't screw up my magic no more, which is good. So that's a bonus. As long as it helps. You tried to heal Sam before too. Was that also part of your agreement?
Yes. Well, I think so. I assume so. I sort of spoke and then everything changed. So I assume it was as well. Yes, it makes sense. It would be a direct result of that. Yes.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense.
Yeah, I believe I can do some sort of healing as well. What I did with Sam, didn't feel like healing. It felt different. Like
different.
It was, don't know the right term, but like anti-killing, I think is the correct terminology there.
That's a pretty good term for helping someone, I guess.
Sort of like the death stopper, I think maybe was what it was.
It's a pretty good word for it. Almost as good
Yes,
as bottom floor.
That makes sense, actually. That feels right. The death stop. I think that's yes.
Working title. I think that's good. You did I'm glad we didn't have to. And he kind of like pauses a bit, and then just like kind of looks like to like at a wall, over Caius' shoulder or something for a moment. He's like, "We should if we're gonna make all this final, I guess with the wizards and everything, I'm thinking we should probably get everyone to. When you're ready to do that, of course. Not tonight. But at some point I was thinking it would help. Maybe. Most of us don't really know much about how to work around each other, I guess.
I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah, especially if your magic's different. I got some ideas, but we'll see how this goes. This should hopefully fix up the worst of it. I don't have anything like this, so because of the way that he kind of just like again just like deliberately sort of just like pauses for a moment and then inclines his head back to Caius like, do you want me to do your hair?
That would be lovely.
Looking a little bit messy there. I could get it washed. He's already kind of like reached up to grab a little towel around his head. And then like just like, because Bertie has like hand mirrors and like comb, so he like pulls a little brush. He's like, all right, I'll comb it out, and then like I'll do a little like, it'll be no, I got a plan. It'll be good.
Right.
Get some of that out of your hair. Okay. And yeah, I guess for like a little bit while I talk, Bertie's gonna sort of like work on first combing out Caius's hair, very slow and gentle, and then he'll eventually work towards sort of like braiding the front parts into like little twin, like little French braid kind of thing, just to pull the hair away from his eyes. I think I've discussed off pod that Bertie's done Caius's hair before, because that's how he practiced his hair. I can't remember. But if so, that's not very new to Caius, but he's a lot more careful and very deliberate when he's doing that. He just kind of like settles down, just like I guess, like behind Caius. After putting a couple of pillows there because he's shorter than Caius is. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, after a couple of moments, Bertie's like a little bit quiet and contemplative again. And he's like, we talked about it a bit before, and I guess this ain't an easy question, but how are you feeling?
I am. I think more than ever that I'm really looking forward to an after.
Me too. Me too, I think. I've been trying not to think about it since I've just been kind of not thinking about anything and then thinking about a lot all at once since you came back, but the thing with Taven, you know, the way I see it, we got one more fight in us, the biggest one. Like you said last year, but different, remember? One more and then we're done. For good this time. No debts, only favors if we want to. Like, and he kind of like puts one hand on like Caius's shoulder for a moment as he pauses, like, Ross and Newman and Rook, they've got personal claim. I was just here to help settle a debt, and then the wizards made it even more personal than the suffering of my friends, and his like fingers kind of like tightened a little bit. And then he's just like, they took you. And as much as I love all my friends, I love you most of all, if that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense to me, I guess. So I've been thinking about it after a lot too. I'm looking forward to it.
I am. He sort of pauses in between a lot of his words, and he's sort of almost like the air that he's trying to use to talk is thick. He's kind of swallowing a little bit. I don't know exactly what has changed with my magic or myself. But the only thing that I do know is that I won't let anything happen to you. Never again. Because I need you. And I love you.
Sorry, I was having a personal moment myself. Yes. Okay. Bertie kind of like stops, like combing through his hair for a moment, and his fingers tighten on his shoulder, and then he like kind of like just feels like he's just breathing for a moment, and then he sort of because he's like behind Juice here, he like kind of like presses his like face like over Caius' shoulder and against the side of his face, I guess. And then puts one hand on the other side of Caius' shoulder, just on Caius' forehead, and just like holds him there for a moment, I guess. And like if Caius would see a couple of like little just flowers like just float down, flutter down from that kind of viewpoint, I guess. And then yeah, but he just like breathes for 1, 2, 3 more moments, and he's just like, I need you too. I love you very much. It's so good to hear. Thank you. I haven't felt anything like this about anyone ever before. I thank you very much. And I'm really glad you're back. And safe now, and I'm so sorry that I didn't keep you safe then. So I need you to I know it's not really with things, but it feels like we've always been together, you know? So it means a lot to me. I love you very much. I'm looking forward to our after.
I'll make sure that we get it.
We'll both make sure it happens. Those wizards better watch out. If they ever do anything to you again. I've killed most of them already. I'll do the rest of them. It's okay.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
They were, most of them were bald, weren't they?
Probably. Taven definitely will be. He's a skeleton, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. So, you know, it'll be fine.
Well, that satisfies my list.
Perfect. And he's like, it'll sort it out. He kind of like nudges Caius on the side and sort of like grins at him a bit sad but mostly joking, and he's just kind of like, hey, why don't we just run away together? Let's just go sneak out and get out of Karas and go somewhere far away where we don't have to fight. I'm joking. Kinda. We gotta see this through. But it's nice to imagine, huh?
I mean, that would be good. But
we gotta do it.
there's one final job that we have.
One last job, and then we're done. And you know, I won't have to fight anymore ever again, unless it's just for training or for fun, or for your school. And you can do whatever you like. Be whoever you want to be. I think that's going to be nice. A proper after for each of us. And both of us together too. It's going to be real nice.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. And again, I'm real sorry for what happened to you. And I'm really glad that you're back. And I don't know what you've been through, but if you ever need to talk about it, 20 years down the line even, I'll always be here for you.
Thank you. I will, I'll remember that.
Yes, it'll be good.
Yes.
We'll get to go back home soon. What do you reckon the bees are doing?
Hopefully they're doing very well.
Hopefully.
I think, it was quite here. I tell them, come back about the heat and how they might deal with it as well.
Oh, that's it.
Yes, that maybe they would work better with.
Maybe, I guess so. Maybe a little beach holiday. You can make it like a little, get some sand. We'll get some sand in a jar, and you can bring it back for them, and they can have a little
I
beach.
think that might be nice. I think they might deserve a holiday. They work all the time.
That's true. It's very true. I think that'll be good. Until Frank and Martha and all of them all about it. It'll be nice.
I don't think we'll invite Steve.
No, yeah, Steve usually ruins the mood.
Yes, no, he's a bit of a beast at that one.
Beasted. I get it. That's really good.
Cass kind of grins at that a little bit. And just sort of ponders the different holidays that he can send his bee friends on while he slowly reaches into his pocket and pulls out a buttered rock cake and takes a bite out of it.
Oh my god. But he's like, oh boy. Oh, and then he really quickly watches that for a moment and it's like, oh yeah, actually I gotta tell you something real quick. I haven't told nobody before. Actually, while we're alone, I don't. Pretty much everyone else knows. They figured it out, I think. Okay, real quick. There's a girl staying here. In the tavern, not here.
Oh, right, okay. I was wondering where she was with the whole pillow thing.
Yeah, no, that would be weird. I hope no, she wouldn't run.
Was she in the robot?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but no. This is a girl outside of the room. Yeah.
Right. I assume there's many.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, true. This specific girl, though. Okay. I hope this is the past thing, so it's fine. Okay, so no, don't worry about it. So I saw her years ago when I was stopping through town on my old job.
Right.
And it turns out I only this girl's my kid, yeah? I'm ruining mood. Okay. That's no, I had one until a little while ago, and I wasn't wanting to be a dad for most of my life before then. And she doesn't want to be my kid, I guess. Which is fair. She grew up without a dad, and you know that's I know what that's like. Which sucks. So surprise, I guess.
Oh.
She's like grown up now and everything, but not like a little kid or anything like that. I don't know if she wants to spend much time with me beyond being she's part of the resistance at the moment. She was on the airship actually, turns out, back in the day when we had the fight.
Oh god, I didn't kill her, did I?
No. Yeah, she did pretty well, apparently. So that, well, yeah, I know. I'm being weird about it. I thought I should tell you if that's an issue, I guess. Again, I don't know if she wants to talk to me much. She did also punch me. He gestures mostly jokingly. It looks like a slightly healed over, but still quite visible bruised welt on one of his cheekbones. Yeah.
So you have a daughter?
Yeah, it turns out. I don't know, again. It was back in the day. So. Yeah, sorry to spring that on you. I kind of only talked to her after you were taken from me, so it's been a fucking weird 2 weeks. Or however long it's been. Yeah.
Caius kind of thinks for a little bit. Sort of like someone who's like going over several thoughts in their head. that they're finding it really hard to sort of figure out. He just goes, so when can I meet her? Or if I can, if you're not talking, that might be difficult.
But it looks very emotional.
Or maybe I have already met on the airship. Do I?
Yeah.
Is it like a re-meet, like a reet?
I guess it'd be a reach, I suppose. It was technically a reach for me when she punched me, so yeah, like, which I don't blame her for. Yeah, so I feel pretty complicated about my parents, so I can understand her. But maybe if I sort stuff out, that would be nice. She's 40 like you, as evidenced by points again to the bruise. So that would be nice. Sometime soon, when she wants to talk to me. Maybe she would prefer talking to you, probably. So that would be good.
Okay.
Again, it's a bit of a surprise for me. I wasn't a responsible person, but I think I'm becoming more of a responsible one now. So, yeah. I thought I should tell you.
Thank
Especially
you for
now.
telling me.
No problem. Hopefully you can meet her soon. Or again, she might want to talk to you more than me. We're gonna see how it goes.
All right.
But that means a lot. Oh yeah, I will. Sorry, I just had to.
Thank you for telling me. This is also very hard to eat.
Yeah.
The butter hasn't helped at all.
Honey, can we probably do you want something else I can get? I mean, if you want to go back and hang with you, we can find out what the others are doing, or I can get some servants to bring some stuff up here.
Oh,
it's not so
fine.
hard.
It's okay. I'll save it. I'll just save it for later and put it back into the pocket again.
I just winces. The rock.
Should we perhaps go and see what everyone else is up to?
If you want to. It's up to you. Do you want to go and see them, or do you feel like you have to?
Well, I mean, I've been alone for a while.
Yeah.
So it's probably a good idea to socialize. As people say.
We'll go hang out with them then. That's fine. And Bertie kind of finishes off the little break that he was doing. He's like, "Let's go. You might want to put a shirt on though."
What? Oh, yes.
If not for them, then I certainly will not be able to function. So it's probably a good move. Yes.
Of course, yes, I will. And sort of has a bit of a look back into the bathroom where he can see his shirt, towels. The first, and then just sort of opens up the cupboard in one of the bedrooms and pulls out a fantasy chest.
Perfect. We'll pat her on.
Yeah. So, unless there's anything in particular that folks want to cover, I think it's easy enough to say that a night is had socializing before you all eventually decide to retire for the evening. And you all find reasonably easy sleep. Caius.
Oh.
When you fall asleep, you find yourself in an unfamiliar field. Dotting the landscape are a large number of white roses with golden thorns. A light-skinned, golden-haired woman with a kind smile stands before you. She appears to be about middle-aged and is draped in flowing white robes with golden rose patterns embroidered onto it. Hello, Caius.
Hi. Are you... I'm sorry, who are you?
I mean, roll me a religion check.
Oh, my lady. Guys, bells.
Yeah, so what did you roll?
19.
19. Yeah, you recognize this as Daemir. This is she very much resembles at the moment a lot of typical depictions of her. There's no need for bowing. You promised yourself to my service.
I did.
As much as in your act of desperation you pledged your afterlife towards my goals, it is not in my nature to claim that. All that I ask is that with the time that remains to you, you uphold those values which I hold dear, which I know within your heart you hold dear as well. To protect those who cannot defend themselves, and to seek to redeem those who can be saved, and harm only those who cannot be. And to always remember that cruelty is the method of cowards and despots. Can you pledge that?
I can, and I will.
Then, is Caius still kneeling through all this, or has he risen?
He's risen, but he's sort of slightly averting his gaze.
Okay. Then stand proud, Caius Theodore Silvius, Paladin of Daemir.
Thank
The
you.
great Redeemer.
I shall do you proud.
You already have. The rest of your sleep is taken up as it typically would be. I don't know for Caius whether that is generally filled with pleasant dreams or dreamless or what have you. But yeah, you all awake in the morning, well rested, having had a long rest. Caius, you have an ability now that the keys at the end of a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Are you designating someone to
Yes, I
benefit
am.
from that ability? Who are you designating? Would you like
The person
to...
that I wake up next to, which is Bertie.
So, would you like to tell Bertie what he is benefiting from?
So, Bertie.
Yes, Mitch. Do tell.
I'll find exactly where it is. Here we are. Essentially, if you are within 60 feet of me, you gain a +1 bonus to armor class and saving throws, and you have resistance to all damage.
Oh, wow.
You remain within 60 feet of me.
Ray just feels more protected when he wakes up. Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
You also
Honey.
have the general aura AC bonus too.
That stacks.
Yes. So that's
Add an
an
extra
additional
3 to your armor class.
on top of the +1. Now, but so the +3 is while you are within 30 feet of Caius, and that one applies to anyone who is within 30 feet of Caius.
Oh, wow.
That is his aura.
Well,
of
Society is always
protection.
within Caius's area.
And then the Faithful Warden, which is the 60 feet one. So that just lasts until either of you are reduced to 0 hit points, either of you are separated by more than 60 feet, or less likely Caius designates another target to benefit from this trait, which he can only do at the end of a short or long rest.
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, wow. Excellent. Bertie wakes up feeling extra protected, which is fair because he's next to Caius anyway. So, yes. He's in his embrace anyway, so it's great. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so curious. That's a really cool feature.
Protect.
Oh. I love it. Thank you.
So yeah, you all go through your morning preparations as well, and what would you like to do this morning?
We have to eat pillows.
Enjoy our
Eat.
pillow cereal. Yes.
I imagine that there is actual food.
I'd hope so. Excellent. Eat food. Big day.
Newman is still eating pillows, though. It's the principle of the matter.
Maybe pillow-shaped food, like sausage rolls that look like pillows, and I can't think of any other pillow-shaped food, so that's it.
Cereals with marshmallow in them.
Oh, yes, yeah, I know the ones, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we eat breakfast. Ross is gonna, I assume we're all talking about how our evening was, about whether anyone had any nice dreams.
Anya, in the least sort of invasive way possible, and if Ross makes an insight check to figure out why Anya is doing this, she'll realize it is definitely not coming from a place of, oh, I have to watch Rivari sort of thing. But Anya does sort of stick nearby Ross this morning, just sort of saddles up with her and nudges her every now and then. And yeah.
I got an 18 insight, so yes, she does realize
So,
that.
no, what you'd read with that would just be like, Anya's very much like, we had that conversation last night and that went really well. I'm going to spend more time with Rivari rather than I'm worried about Rivari after that talk. So,
Aww.
yeah, just a friendly little gesture as opposed to a worried one.
Sweet. Aww.
On a designated Anya person now. I get you. So there we go. I will also mention Bertie is still summer, but he has a lot more, like, instead of like the little like ember, like little twigs, he like their life like completely like blossomed into like little cherry blossom flowers. And the red is a lot less intense. And yeah, like his earrings are not, they haven't changed, but there's a slight different shape to them, I think. But he just looks really pleased the whole morning. He's just like, yeah, I'm happy. This is very good. I'm a happy person. Yes, he's just like, might as well just be floating. It's having a good time.
No.
Caius, conversely, has sort of eating dinner. He's been a little bit quiet, and just sort of like chewing on his food far longer than anyone should. And you've seen this man eat a rock. So he's just kind of, thinking about something. And then after maybe 5 or 6 minutes, he just sort of, everyone, I have a question for you all, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Go for it, Caius.
Go ahead.
What does despot mean?
And that's where we're gonna leave it for this week.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Thank you
love
for
that guy.
listening, everyone.
Have a
Thanks,
good week,
everyone.
everyone.
Sorry for listening.
Sorry for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Despot?
Yeah, I
That's
think
so
I know.
funny.
I've heard it in like this Spanish before.
Yeah.
How's it turn?
A
That's
ruler or
excellent.
other person who holds absolute power, typically one who exercises it in a cruel or oppressive way.
Bald people.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
Spanish
beautiful.
for warehouse.